Hey guys, what's going on? Banana156 here with another video. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, do all that stuff. I do read all comments, so make sure to leave one. But yeah, let's get right into the video. So, in this video, I'm going to be talking about anarcho-capitalism and why it isn't based. So, you may think that because I describe myself as an anarchist, that I would like anarcho-capitalism because anarcho's in the front part of the name. But in this video, I hope to explain why anarcho-capitalism isn't real anarchy and it doesn't achieve the goals that anarchy strives to achieve, and isn't a good system of isn't a good political system. So first of all, let's get into why it isn't real anarchy. So what is at the core of anarchy? The core of anarchy is getting rid of all hierarchies. It's just that simple. Just getting rid of all hierarchies. So like the state, all institutions, like churches or any form of hierarchy has to go, including like business hierarchies, like how there's a CEO at the top and that controls down, like essentially a monarch on his employees. And that is the main reason why anarcho-capitalism isn't true anarchy. Because anarchy is based on the idea of getting rid of hierarchy, and anarcho-capitalism wants to get rid of government, but not capitalism, meaning that capitalists like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk would be able to run rampant and essentially become monarchs of huge enterprises, and the companies would almost essentially function as countries would, like as a monarchy would. Hundreds of years ago. That's how essentially it would function, and it would not be a good place to live because no one has a say on it except Jeff Bezos and his board of directors on like Amazon planet or whatever. So Jeff Bezos would have complete control over everything, and if you didn't, and it would essentially be like corporate towns, but everywhere. If you had an anarcho-capitalist society, because there would be no regulation on businesses no regulations on businesses at all, meaning they can pay their workers in whatever they want or not pay them at all and have it essentially be slavery again. And yeah, so there's no regulations on businesses, meaning that businesses can get away with whatever they want, meaning that it's not free at all, is it? It's not anarchy, because even though there's no state, the role of the state has been fulfilled by corporations, and the corporations would most likely do a worse job than a state would, and that gets to that's like the core of why anarcho-capitalism isn't actual anarchy, because anarcho-capitalism leaves the corporations intact, which means that the corporations will have just as much power as the governments did, and they will be less democratic because it'll be the traditional business structure, and it will not get rid of hierarchy but enhance hierarchy to what monarchies were back in the day. So now, how does anarcho-capitalism not fulfill most of the goals of anarchy? So the goals of anarchy, from what I understand anarchy to be, is to abolish hierarchy, for one. We've established that it doesn't do that at all. To achieve equality through freedom is another, and let's touch on that one. So, to achieve equality through freedom means that you give everyone the maximum amount of freedoms, and only then will they be truly equal. This means like freedom from a coercive government, freedom from a coercive business, freedom from almost everything, and freedom to follow one's passions without fear of like having to work 3 minimum wage jobs to put food on the table and pay your bills, for example, or freedom from having to worry about paying hundreds of thousands of dollars in healthcare bills if you have a health emergency. So that's what that means. Getting rid of all factors to allow people to truly do what they want. So anarcho-capitalism does not achieve this because, as I went over, anarcho-capitalism does not get rid of hierarchy at all. So that means that the CEOs at the top will enforce rules and everything on its employees, which would essentially be slaves at that point. So like you have to work like 90 hours a week or something to earn to earn 3 Bezos bucks that you can spend at the Bezos buck store, and that's the only place where you can spend them, and that's the only way you make Bezos bucks. So you are stuck in that monotonous cycle of wage slavery. Not even wage slavery, it's worse than that, it's just slavery. And yeah, and then eventually eventually it would devolve into almost a form of feudalism, I would think, because I don't think corporations would want their employees having any land at all, so they'll just give them land. They'll just give them a house, and they're stuck living there. And it'll be essentially like slaves working on a plantation, but it's everyone, because the corporations have become so big that that's just what it is. And it'll be essentially just a massive slave economy, or something like feudalism was. So anarcho-capitalism doesn't provide freedom or equality in that sense either. So what does it do that anarchists would like? There's nothing. There's just nothing, because at the core of capitalism is hierarchy and inequality and a restriction of freedom. That's what capitalism is essentially based on, because of the way markets work and the way wage slavery is, the way wages work and the way companies function and the traditional business structure. That's how capitalism works. Capitalism is based on hierarchy. Capitalism is based on an idea that people are fundamentally not equal, that some people will have to be at the top and some people will have to be at the bottom for the system to work. That is what capitalism is fundamentally based on. And that is why anarcho-capitalism can never be never will be true anarchist, will never be a true anarchy, and it never was, and it never will be. So, and that's my problem with capitalism too, because no matter what capitalist system you have, it will always be inherently authoritarian, because capitalism relies on hierarchy. There always has to be there always has to be cheap labor for capitalism to function. There always has to be a middle class for capitalism to function. There always has to be wage workers for capitalism to function, or in other words, there always has to be wage slavery for capitalism to function. And that is why any capitalist ideology will never be in line with anarchist thought, never was in line with anarchist thought, and never will be truly libertarian, and will never be a truly free ideology, because capitalism itself is inherently authoritarian and is based on the idea of hierarchy and that people are fundamentally unequal. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was I hope I explained myself well there. I know I kind of stumbled on my words there for a bit, but yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, do all that stuff. I do read all comments. So yeah, make sure to leave one. And yeah, if you disagree with anything I say, leave a comment and we can discuss it there. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys